Hi people, welcome back to another video of Fort Petria here in Prehistoric Kingdom. Yes, that is exactly what we're playing today. So this is the third episode of the series already, and I have, I think it's obviously, of all the three episodes, that this is the most interesting, exciting one, because I actually get to work a little bit with some interior. I get to work a lot with the scaling feature in this game. Literally all pieces I'm using or touch in this playthrough here will literally be used with the scaling. I'm really starting to get used to it. I want it in every game now. It's a blessing or a curse. I don't know what it is, but yeah. But guys, as I told you guys last time, that I would like to focus a little bit on the museum that you see me building here. What I'm doing here is that I'm kind of putting up a layout of the museum, kind of like how do I want it. So as you can see, I kind of divided it in small sections already. So in this middle section here, I'm gonna make like this sort of atrium sort of vibe almost, where we have these sort of nice open windows in an arch going all the way around here in this little section, as you see me work on now. And when I get this sort of done, my head just wouldn't stop giving me ideas and whatnot, what I could do here. And I have taken a lot of inspiration from, like, I went on Pinterest and I just wrote museum interior, and it gave me bunch of stuff as inspiration. So I kind of stole a little bit from here and there and stuff to kind of like get what I want. And I am super happy for the end result, but you guys will eventually, of course, see that at the end of the video. I do not know, guys, when I will add the next dinosaur or species. Though my plan is when I do this atrium here, and you see I made this little square section at the end of the hall here. This is gonna be a window that's gonna be looking out towards the Brachiosaurus habitat, which I hopefully can make. Maybe next time we can at least start on it, and I can start getting it placed around. Because just imagine having a museum like this, and then you have the window where you have the Brachiosaurus running around in the opening, and I really think that will be cool. And as soon as I get that, that will also make everything in the park kind of combining with each other. So I do feel like, guys, that I don't wanna spread out too much. I wanna just keep it consistent and keep it next to each other all the time. So at the end we will actually have this sort of fort vibe that I'm going for. The fort itself is still in the making, as I told you guys. Like, it will be at the last part that we will have the basic layer, I guess, the foundation sort of the fort. So I'm not really stressing out about that, because I just want to build now, and kind of like, if I get ideas, I'm gonna go in and build them as I did with this here today. If you got suggestions, guys, to rooms or like art galleries or whatever that you think would be cool to have as an exhibition, yes, if you want that, wow, let me know down below what kind of suggestions you have. Because right now I only start with like some pictures. I start with some glass monitors where I put like some different things in that are like I guess worth a lot, like some pots. I put like some of those masks in, but we will get to that later on in the video. But for now, I'm just working on the roof. I'm literally just trying to get the base of the museum done. Because if I get this done now, then I can focus on all the other things that I would like to do. So I feel like adding a dome here, or actually I add multiple domes around this entire museum here. You guys will eventually see it. I'm not recording everything because a lot of it is a lot of the same, and I don't want to bother you guys with that. So I'm just showing you guys what I would say is the prime things, right? After I did the whole window arch here, I'm trying to kind of like combine them together so it actually looks like it's combined to the building by using the same texture and the same colors, and kind of like make a little overhang here, I guess, or making them connect with each other, so the window thing is not too overwhelming, I guess. And I kind of feel like when I do this here that it actually helps so much with that. The roof itself is not going to be, I mean, you're not going to be able to walk up here, right? So it'll mainly be like some ventilations, there'll be some realism stuff, etc. That will be up here. And I'm also going to build, like, I'm trying to make this museum super realistic already. And I already have such a cool idea for the foyer. I want to make like a little coffee, you know, like a little coffee shop thing in the corner of the foyer, and then like make a half arch desk counter, and where people can go in, buy tickets, and then I'm gonna try and make some banners that can hang from the ceiling that say it says like Fort Petria Museum and Art Gallery. Something like that, right? That's sort of like what I want to do with, and then eventually when I get more ideas, I can start using the scaling to do a lot more things. Because it doesn't like come naturally to me, these things. I have to actually sometimes go in and research a little bit, you know, like look around, like how is a museum, like how is it laid, you know. I'm not the biggest museum guy. Like I like art, I like paintings, but it has to be some sort of a niche, I guess, theme wise or something. Like Viking stuff, oh yeah, you bet your ass I'm on that right away. But yeah, I don't know, it's different. It varies from the subject, I would say so. But it is still fun to build a museum, because in this way it can be our own. We can literally decide whatever we want in this park. And I'm really happy for that. Because I've been, as I said, I've been researching, I've been looking at some stuff, see what I can do. And maybe we just have to, like, make tons of different things. Like this specific atrium here is just going to be like an open one. It's going to have a little bit of everything. And then we will have some small rooms dedicated to specific things that we will figure out what is. I'm definitely going to make a Patreon room. So yeah, for all my awesome Patreons. So they will definitely get their name written in this little hall here in the museum. And if you want to learn more about that or hear more, all links are down in the description below, guys. There's also some discounts on merch and etc. all that stuff. Anyways, see here we're really starting to get to know with the scaling, because I really like that we can take these pieces here and just fill them in so they actually work perfectly, and it saves so much time. These things save, I can't even explain how much time some of this saves me, that we can do the scaling. Like, and not do everything manually. Like, I can legit take one piece, just make it big enough to fill up the gap I want, and then boom, you know, end of story. And I'm liking that, as I do here too. See, like, it is so freaking easy. So what I'm doing here now inside the museum is like I'm trying to combine everything, walls with each other, all the things, so it actually looks more natural. The design of the interior is sort of my own goal. The only thing I kind of took inspiration from, as I said, was to the whole atrium in the middle here, with the glass arches and stuff, because it just opens up this big room here, right? And then I obviously make it noticeable, so this arch of window here will be noticeable, so people will actually be able to walk over there and look out to the Brachiosauruses, which we hopefully can place next time. That's my goal, at least. I'm hoping. So I'm doing some custom windows here too, some custom window frames. It's so funny because you have all like, you always think, like in other games too, like, I really need to do this now, right? But with this scaling feature, I don't think about that. Like, it's weird. It's very weird how that works. But I guess it's just you know of it not becoming to be like such a long progress of building that you can legit just scale them. I can only recommend it, guys. And the game really runs quite nice now. Like, they're working on it non-stop, the devs, and they're updating it. They're just working on getting a Steam Workshop so that will be nice when they get that done. They have 3 new species. We're gonna get some more pieces. It's constantly developing. So if you need a new building game, something that it doesn't have so many pieces, but you can make the pieces yourself by using the scaling, then I would definitely recommend it, guys. 100%. This is such a cool game that I can only recommend you all to get. Especially when they start getting the Steam Workshop working, because then we can start sharing blueprints and etc. with each other, right? Which is the main part of Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster in any case. But yeah, I didn't have any blueprints yet. I will put up, but eventually when I know it's there, we'll get there, 100%. I love how the sun shines through here. Like, it just looks so nice. As soon as I get some more interior in here and we play around with the weather features and like, look at just this. I love it. And that's kind of like the vibe I wanted to have in here, right? Of course, it all depending on what time of day I have on here, but I just really love the vibe. I love how the light just like gives a subtle into the museum. So whenever the sun rises on top of the sky, it will always follow the arch here too, right? So the patterns in the floor will always be different because the sun moves with it. I just like this. I think this is one of the, like, architecture-wise, I honestly think this is one of my like coolest things, especially when the museum is gonna get done, because what we're gonna focus on now is kind of like the interior part, and then we will eventually maybe add a few more things to the exterior when we get that far. So I'm trying to do like a nice little floor here. So I'm trying to switch up the texture so we get like just a little bit of different texture once in a while. So we just don't have the same. And it also just does so much, right? Like, I'm really trying to make it look like a very ordinary, generic, I guess high, wealthy museum. Yeah, I hit the groove there, guys. I really hit the groove, and it was just, I couldn't stop after that. So it was really nice. So the next thing I'm trying to add here is that now I'm trying to figure out what things I could do, what could be things that could be showcased here. So the first thing I'm adding is gonna be, I'm gonna add some flower beds, I'm gonna add some benches, I'm gonna make it look like at least that it's decorative in here, at least in the middle section. And then here in this specific corner where I am now, we're gonna go back very shortly, I'm building a little exhibition for the mammoths. I'm gonna call it the Great Mammoth Expedition, and I'm thinking that could sort of be our focus, and then eventually we will build some mammoths somewhere around in the fort, obviously, to represent them. But I feel like we should actually go in, maybe get some original like origin story of the mammoths, and then just write it on the wall as some sort of little extra feature fact, because you see that a lot, right? And it's kind of cool like that when you can read upon stuff and don't have a guide. Sometimes those guides are usually pretty boring, very nerdy. But anyways, I'm trying to work around here, figuring out what kind of tree that would work good here, and I kind of found this palm tree. And then afterwards, I'm just trying to divide them between it all. Just trying to get some atmosphere in here, even though we don't have guests yet. That's also going to be the tricky one, if you will ever even be able to get guests into the museum. But we will see. We'll see when we get that far. So as I said, I'm trying to see what kind of things I could do here, what options I had, and the mammoth just seemed to be perfect for this. So that's kind of like what I did, and I just kept on going with it. And then as soon as I got that, the ideas and the brainstorming just went ham. I also kind of try to make some custom paintings. With that said, is that I'm taking the banners, or the carpets that we got in the previous update, where we got some new pieces, and I just scaled them to become like a bigger picture, and then I built a frame around it, and so it kind of feels like it's somewhat of a picture. And because I've done that in Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo too, so why can we not do it here as well? Maybe I'll try go in and do some custom ones with like some basic shapes and etc. But that's for another day though. I was hoping they had custom billboards in here. I feel like they had, but maybe that's something they will give us in the future. We'll never know. We'll never know. But yeah, just adding a few things here, some barriers, a little bit of a stand for it, and then I'm adding some font so people can kind of see what is this about. I know it's a mammoth, and apparently I can't spell to mammoth, so here we go. It's great. And then afterwards that, I'm slowly adding the pictures, as I said, and then at the very end of the video, I got this idea where I wanted to try make some glass monitors and put some put some antiques or art in them too. And it kind of pops up the entire area a lot, to be fair. So yeah, I'm just trying to prepare this little area here for the mammoth, and hopefully things will go very smooth when we get people in here, which is also something they are gonna make an update on. They're gonna do an update on guest behavior and a little bit of animal animation as well, which there's not a lot of yet, to be fair. But if you're in it for a building, as I am, well, I still say it's worth it. I might also do some streams in the near future, guys, on my Twitch. So if you want to catch me there building, the links are also down in the description below, which is also where my Discord is and my Patreon. Yes. Adding some lamps here. The lamps are just FYI, just temporary. I want them there, but the whole wire thing and stuff, it's gonna look way more smooth. Way more smooth. So don't worry about that. But here comes the thing I told you guys about. I use this banner here, or carpet, or whatever we call it. And then afterwards, I'm trying to build some frames out of wood. And to be fair, it works. I'm satisfied with it. And then maybe underneath the picture, when we get that far, we can write like who made it, or pretend someone made it, or call it something, etc. So imagine when you come to the foyer and then you go through the arch, and then this is the first thing you kind of are getting greeted with. And then we will have small rooms, as I said, where people can kind of like go in and do other stuff. So we're slowly moving towards the right side here now, as you can see, where I'm doing the monitors. And you know what? It's like 4 pieces, dudes. Because of the scaling. It's legit 4 pieces. And then that's it. It is the most easiest and simplest thing I've ever done. In this game, there's like, I feel like I'm more lazy in Planco and Planet Zoo because I know what I need to do to get it to look this good. Where here, like, it can always change, because then you get a piece and then you go like, oh, if I make this bigger, I can save like 12 pieces or some shit, you know, like, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. And as I said so too, I don't want to make this series a long one. Like I said, like maybe top 20 episodes or something, depending on what we can build and how long the videos are gonna be. But I'm super satisfied with today's progress, guys, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know your comments down below, guys, and what you think. What is your favorite animal in the game so far, and which animal are you looking forward to they will add into the game? I'm very curious, guys, because I do like these species here compared to Planet Zoo, because there's just something about these, right? They're more unique and they're just funny. It's just funnier, right? The names are not so funny to pronounce though, but we'll get there eventually, right? Right? So I had a plan here. I wanted to do, as I mentioned, like this banner, hanging banner. But there's something wrong with the axis or hitbox or something on this banner, so I could not even move it after I built it. For some weird reason, it gave me, it was a whole story. I cut it out, most of it, but it was actually a little bit of a struggle. But here I am writing the Great Expedition, right? And I feel like it's looked kind of cool by saying the Great, and then we write Expedition in the bottom here. And then I'm just trying to add some stuff to make it actually look like a hanging banner. And this is kind of like the banners I was talking about that I think we should hang around too, just with like Fort Petria, and then maybe have some exhibitions on it. That would be cool. Like hanging and like promoting what there is to see in here. So, but what I'm actually most excited about is the foyer. Is kind of like the intro, the lobby where people enter. Because I'm really excited to build that little coffee sort of corner shop thing I want to do, where we really get to play around with the scaling. I'm talking about espresso machine, I'm talking chairs, tables, all of it. All right. So hopefully next video we can add maybe a new animal and maybe start on the foyer, guys, because I have something I want to build, and when I have it like this, I just need to go into the game ASAP and build. I don't know if you guys feel it like that too. Sometimes it just comes to me Like just be like, oh shit, I want to build this. I need to get it right away, and you just can't get it out of your head. That's kind of like I had it with this museum, and now I have it as well with everything else. So I hope to have a video out for you guys already next week again, as I said, which is like kind of like what I'm trying to do here. And then if you want to catch me play this on stream as well, you can catch me down below in the description, where there is all the links you need to everything. So here at the end, I'm just doing the last part, writing Fort Petria Museum, Art and Art Gallery, and then maybe later on we'll add some more things to it here and there. This is like the very early start. I also even need to combine all the things on the outside here too, because that was not really the focus today. More like the whole base of the museum, as you can see here. There's some cinematic shots for you guys at the end, so you guys can enjoy this a little bit better and slower. So yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. I am super satisfied with what we achieved today, and I really hope you guys liked it. Let me know down below, guys, what you think, and then I hope to see you guys around for next time. If you like what you see, hit that sub button, guys, and like the video if you think it deserves it. Enjoy the cinematics, and I'll see you around. Bye.